Standing by.
Hello everybody, what is up, Prof Toast here. Today we're going to be doing a first impression review for Watch Dogs on the PlayStation 4. Alright, so your main story starts out with your main character, Aiden Pierce. He's a professional hacker, uses his cell phone to do primarily all of his hacking. Alright, so for the gameplay wise, I want to say it's basically like Assassin's Creed meets Grand Theft Auto 5. And why I say Assassin's Creed is because basically the controls, like with how he runs and all that, basically gives me a good, I don't know, Assassin's Creed 4 kind of vibe to it. And of course Grand Theft Auto, because you're kind of able to steal a bunch of cars and kill people on whim. So I mean, it's pretty cool gameplay wise. Even like some people say like the driving mechanics feel kind of stiff. I will say with the steering, it's not the best, but it's still pretty cool. And the one part I was actually amused by is the fact that it's not just like, oh, you get in the car, slam down the trigger to freaking go. You actually kind of have to use it almost like an actual gas pedal, because I noticed if I sit there and pulled it all the way down, he just kind of gunned it, tires are screeching, and it made it really hard to steer anything. So I actually had to sit there like lightly go on it as if I were actually accelerating in a car. So I found that feature really cool with the driving mechanics. So basically other features, so in this game you can pretty much hack pretty much anything that basically gain you an advantage in the game. You can hack anything from people's bank accounts, ATMs, with security cameras, people's cars, even billboards above the freeway. You can actually hack them and basically make them say, oddly enough, make them say popular internet memes. Like I've seen two so far. One was can I ask cheeseburger? There's also all your base are belong to us. Or another was like, no, not the mace. So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. I wouldn't even expect freaking Ubisoft to put that in there. So yeah, so far this game's been pretty fun so far. The main beginning part kind of starts out with your main character. He walks into a bank, pretty much goes to hack it. They get quite a bit of money within like a good minute. But then of course the security catches on to you. Your main character kind of wants to disconnect, but your mentor is like, nah man, come on. I gotta find out who this is. And basically because of that, they catch who your guy's identity is. And basically because of that, it causes one of your family members to die. And yeah, that's basically where the whole story starts off. And it basically takes place, like, I think a year or so after. So all in all, with the gameplay wise, it seems pretty fun so far. With having to sneak around, like I could sit there and craft an item, sit there and chuck it onto a wall. That'll basically make it sound like a dog's barking, so you can distract your enemies, be able to sneak around them, or even take them out from behind. So all in all, the gameplay seems really well done, and basically I'm really happy with what they've done. So far, there's been some negativity on the game, basically people complaining with the graphics, but so far, from what I've seen from the actual PlayStation 4 graphics, they actually look really well done. And even the daytime graphics don't honestly look that bad. I have heard some stuff with the indoor lighting physics, but I honestly haven't seen too much of that. So the question is, should you buy this game? I would actually recommend yes, because it's definitely a game, if you have a next-gen console, it's definitely going to be worth getting. It's going to keep you busy for at least, if you're only doing the main story missions, it'll probably keep you busy for a good 17 to 20 hours. If you're doing story mission, if you're trying to complete everything, so you're trying to get all the side missions done with, you could probably go on for maybe, I don't know, possibly 30 hours as far as I'm aware. Like I've heard some like time estimates, but yeah, as far as I know, if you try to do all the side missions, yeah, it could last up to 30 hours. And then there's also cool multiplayer features, such as being able to hack into other players' games, and basically they have to try to figure out where you're at and try to create a backdoor and basically get you out of their game. There's other cool stuff like street races. They also have random visual modes where you sit there and like pretty much buy stuff from a drug dealer guy. There's one where you're just giant mechanical spider, and then basically you're trying to see how much you can destroy in the city. Another weird ass drug trip one where I was flying through the air and I was bouncing on all these flowers. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But other than that, yeah, so I mean, they definitely have some cool features. And also, they have a Watchdog companion app where you can basically download onto a smartphone or tablet, and basically use it to do multiplayer. So you can have one person basically controlling all the traffic lights and traps in the city. So then you're basically, as a player, you're trying to sit there and be able to get through the city, and your other person on the phone or tablet has to try to see if they can stop you. So I mean, this game has a lot of cool features to keep you busy for quite a while. So I would definitely say it's worth the hype. And as for my first impression score, I'm going to give it a good 9.0. Only because I would say 10, but I don't want to sit there and give it a 10 because I haven't completely finished the game yet. But once I do finish the game, you guys will see a full review, and we'll see, hey, if the score is higher or lower. So all in that's been about it for the review. I hope that's helped some of you. And as always, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys